Welcome, everyone, to the David Podcast. Well, you know what that is. Welcome back to your Celtics review. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the David Podcast. Welcome. Well, you know what this means. Oh, I muted it. Welcome to your Celtics review. I'm going to play for a few minutes. Well, welcome back once again to your Celtics review. That's the Boston theme. I love that song. Well, welcome back once again to your Celtics review. Also, we're going to talk about these goofballs too as well. Welcome back to your Celtics review. Well, I have to say I'm very proud of the Boston Celtics. They're doing very good. I'm very proud of the Celtics. After picking up Drew Holiday, Chris Porzingis, also getting Drew and Chris Porzingis, and also getting Jaylen Brown and keeping Jaylen and also Jason Tatum. We're doing very well. We're doing very good on that side as well. Getting Drew Holiday, I think, really helped our defense and our offense. We're playing really good. We had 2 preseason games. We beat the Philadelphia 76ers. We killed them. We killed the New York Knicks, and we killed the Hornets yesterday. We just annihilated the Hornets yesterday. 96 to, I think, 126, I think it was. I have to check the score again. I think the Celtics are going to get banner 18. I really think that as long as we don't get any injuries and we stay healthy, I think we got a good chance to really have a great season. I really believe that the Celtics have a great shot at winning the NBA championship this year. I do miss Marcus Smart. I do miss him a lot. I miss Al Horford, and I do miss the other guy. But, it was a great trade to get Chris Porzingis. I think he's a great offensive player for our team. I do miss Marcus Smart terribly. He was a great leader. He really helped our team a lot. He was a defensive leader. I really think that he was a very defensive guy to our core of our team. He talked to the guys in the locker room. He gave them pep talks before the game. He always had that way about him. He was like a captain, He always had that desire about him. Even if we lost, he always pep talked the guys. And Derek White this year, he's come into his own. Derek White is amazing. Our rookies are amazing. Joe Madula is coming in as a better coach than he was last year. Everybody is changing. Joe Madula is starting to be a great coach. He's starting to act like a better coach than he did last year. Last year, he was just saying, die by the 3 and live by the 3. You think about Joe Madula's last year. Everybody said Joe Madula wasn't doing a good job. Joe came into that. You got to think about what Joe came into. He came into the job after the other guy was fired. I forget the other guy's name. He got fired, the other guy. And Joe came into a team that really lost Vidoka. I think the other guy's name was Vidoka. I think he was Vidoka. They came off losing the finals. Joe Madula came into that. They almost won the NBA Finals. They made it over the finals. They won the Eastern Conference. Now, Joe Madula came into that after Vidoka got fired. Joe Madula came into the team after Vidoka got fired. So he came in to that role, not knowing what the team was going to be like, not knowing where he was going to become, what role he was going to have. So he came into that role really expecting, well, you know what? He came into that not knowing what to expect what this team was going to be. Now, they had a great line last year. They won a lot of games. But he wanted to go by 3 ball, live by the 3, die by the 3. You know, their offense and defense was amazing last year. It wasn't that great. They had a lot of injuries last year. They did really good. They made it to the playoffs. But he wasn't really that, he didn't really know what he was doing. He was starting out. Now, he didn't really know what he was doing. And then a lot of people are saying, then they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now that sucked. That was a terrible friggin' blowout, which we weren't even prepared for Miami. Miami killed us. Miami just blew us out of the water. And I don't know what the hell that game was about, but that game sucked. We did terrible. Our offense was terrible. Our defense was terrible. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We lost. He was saying in the announcements, live by the 3, die by the 3. What a geek. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Really, Joe? Give me a break. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Give me a break. I mean, it looked like he was reading off cue cards. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Give me a break. Give me a break, Joe. Come on. Really. But that's what happened. And then this year, he's doing a lot better. Now, a lot of people are saying we're taking a gamble. Now, is it a gamble? Yeah, I would say it is. But we took a gamble getting Porzingis. We took a gamble getting Drew Holiday. We got rookies. We got a lot of guys that may not be. This is not the team that a lot of people are expecting. We're not going to win the Eastern Conference. I'm not saying. I see Banner 18. I do. Also, I'm not counting out the Milwaukee Bucks. They still got Damian Lillard, and they still got, Giannis, who's definitely a beast. I don't care what anybody says. Giannis can still play. I don't give a damn. He's still a good player. I don't give a damn what anybody says. He's not out the pasture yet, guys. I don't give a crap what anybody says. And he's still a good damn player. Milwaukee Bucks is still a good team. Also, you got the Heat. Miami's still in it. New York still got a hell of a caliber. You still got the Lakers, who still got a hell of a caliber of a team. You got San Antonio, who's got a hell of a caliber this year. Don't forget the Phoenix Suns, and don't forget, Dallas. Don't forget other teams that are still in it. I mean, you can't count out, and the Denver Nuggets. You can't count out these teams that still got guys that can shoot. So I don't count these guys out. The Celtics, on the other hand, Porzingis, he could get injured because he's a big guy. Big guys get hurt a lot in the NBA. Look at Shaq. Look at Giannis. Look at anybody in the NBA. Big guys get hurt in the NBA. Big guys get hurt in the NBA all the time. Look at them all. I mean, you name it, up and down every line. They get hurt a lot in the NBA. You know, look at Shaq. Look at, anybody. Giannis, Shaq, Chris Porzingis, even Rob Williams, who got injured a lot last year. I mean, a lot of big guys get hurt in the NBA. And it's not their fault, it's their size and their legs. And look at Joel Embiid. He gets hurt a lot too. I mean, it's not their fault. It's just these tall guys. And their legs are not strong enough. And it's the same thing with Giannis. He's another guy that gets hurt a lot. Giannis. He's a tall guy. And there's a lot of tall guys on the Milwaukee that gets hurt a lot. So you got to think about tall guys in the NBA. Look at Taco Fall. He was another tall guy. But Brad Stevens never gave him a chance. But that's another guy that got hurt a lot. I mean, there's a lot of guys that get hurt in the NBA. And they get hurt so many times. So many people say, well, Chris Porzingis can't get hurt. Yes, he can. On any given night, people can get hurt. On any given night. I don't think anybody is superhuman. I really don't. I don't think anybody's a machine. Do I believe that Chris Porzingis is a Terminator? No, he's not. No one's inhuman, guys. No one is. I really believe the Celtics, they got a big guy. If he stays healthy, we could really have a run in the playoffs. Do I think we're going to get banner 18? I don't know. Only time will tell. But that's what I think. Big guys get hurt a lot. There's a lot of teams in the NBA right now that surely could win the championship this year. Denver Nuggets is one of them. They're definitely a contender. I'm not counting out Golden State. They're still a contender. I'm not even counting out Milwaukee. Milwaukee's still a contender. I mean, maybe San Antonio might be a contender this year. You name it. If people knock out their spud pugs, they're idiots around here. You name it, up and down the line. You name it. Up and down the line. You name it. You can see a lot of contenders in basketball. And I'm telling you, they're out there. I really think it's going to be a good season. On to football. Let's get up for a minute, shall we? Let's go on a tour. Losers don't mean nothing no more. Idiots. Morons. Can't play football. Oh, boy. Do I have to get some? Oh, boy. You moron. I have to say something. Announcers. Geeks. On ESPN. Belichick. Bill Belichick. Why do so many announcers do this? Well, the guy's only trying, and he's only doing the best he can. It's not really his fault. Matt Jones made too many mistakes. Listen, hire a new GM Listen, stop being a geek. Fire the guy. Fire him. He stinks. He sucks. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's freaking horrible. He's making mistakes. He's old. You should listen how he talks. Well, you know, Matt Jones, yeah. Well, what about the next game, Bill? It's gonna play him the next day. Next game. Focus on the next game. Bill, yes. Bill, yes. What are you gonna do about Jones? Focus on the next game. Are you putting Matt Jones in the next game? Focus on the next game. So we have to focus on the next game. That's all. Focus on the next game. That's Belichick. Stupid. Makes mistakes. And this is Robert Kraft. We're going to retire Tom Brady. I mean, it's ridiculous. You got a senile old man and a guy making mistakes. And then you got a geek announcers going, well, maybe he's not making mistakes. Maybe it's Matt Jones. It is Matt Jones' fault. Yeah, blame Mac. Blame everybody. The team stinks. And then you got, I'm not even getting started this Sunday. We're 5-1. We stink. And then we got Buffalo. Oh, jeez. Buffalo. Of all the teams to play. Buffalo. Bills. Oh, that's going to be a massacre. And then Miami the following week. I mean, we're going to be 6-1 and 7-1. We might as well throw in the towel, Bill. Belichick has got to go. A new GM, that ain't going to solve the problem. Because you know what's going to solve the problem? And you know Kraft's not going to fire him. Because he's family. Okay, you know what? This is what it was when Brady was there, okay? Here's the side of the whole, this is what it is. The dynasty's done. I'm still a Pats fan. But we're going to be 6-1. We're not going to win. We're not going to beat Buffalo. I'm sorry. We're not. We're not going to beat Buffalo. I said it. This is going to be Belichick. And then he's going to throw his tablet down and wonder why he screwed up. Because he doesn't know what he's doing. You're not picking good quarterbacks. You're not picking good players. You need a new GM. When Kraft handed him the reins, he screwed up. He screwed up Matt Jones' career. Matt Jones is leaving. Good. I hope he does leave. And I hope he goes to Canada. The guy does not know what he's doing. I have never seen a team so screwed up like this. When they had Brady, it was never like this. When they had Brady, they had a core team. They had a championship team. When Brady left, that was it. They fell apart. I don't care. When Brady went to Tampa Bay, they fell apart. And Brady won a Super Bowl. Think about it. When Brady left, what happened to that team? What did they get? They got what? Who did they get? Cam Newton? He was no better than Brady was. And then Brady wins a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. You didn't think that was going to happen? Brady wins a 7th Super Bowl with another team. And he could have retired here in New England. That's what Brady wanted to do. Brady wanted to retire Patriot. He's still going to do that. But he could have won his 7th here with us. Nope. Belichick didn't want that. And what did Brady do? Brady went down there. He picked his own team. And also the coach didn't mind Brady calling his own plays. Belichick wouldn't let him do that. No. Not Belichick. Brady went down there. He picked his own players. He got the band back together. And he called his own plays in the Super Bowl. How many quarterbacks got to do that? And Brady won. Think about it. Look what Brady did to Mahomes. He snowed him. He killed Mahomes. He tricked Mahomes. He took Mahomes right out of his playbook and won that Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody says. That was old Brady. The coach didn't even call anything. Brady did all that himself. That was amazing. That was one of the best Super Bowls I ever seen. That was great. That was a great Super Bowl. When Brady won his 7th, he snowballed Mahomes. He killed him. Now Mahomes the dynasty, but he killed Mahomes. Mahomes can't deny that. That was Mahomes made it that year, and Mahomes lost. And Brady called his own plays. That was great. And then the following year, he got screwed. In my book, George was right. That referee was wrong. That tie game, they should have beat LA. Tampa Bay won that game. That referee screwed Brady in 2022. That referee screwed him. Brady had that game won. That was a crappy ass move. But they tied that game, and they could have won that game. And that was Mahomes' first year with the Pats. I feel bad for the kid. I mean, that kid had a career, and Belichick ruined him. I just think Belichick is an idiot. That kid had such a great career, and what did Belichick do to him? Giving him idiotic freaking plays, idiotic people who can't catch the ball, people who can't do nothing. That's Belichick. And then you give him 2 defensive coordinators that suck. You give him Matt Patricia. He couldn't do crap. And then the other one, that coach for the Raiders, he was great. But Matt Patricia, he sucks. And O'Brien ain't no better than Patricia. Terrible. Won't put Zappy in. Won't put all these good quarterbacks that he has in. He won't do it. He won't listen. He just sits there and says, wait for the next game, and we're going to get better. Yeah, let's wait for the next game. Wait for the next game. What's the next game? Lose graciously? What next game, Bill? We're going to lose the next game, and the next game, and the next game, and the next game. We can't even beat Buffalo. We can't even beat Miami. Freaking terrible. All these expansion teams, we can't even beat one. Hell, we can't even beat the Super Bowl champs. Freaking terrible. And then you got the geeks. Well, you should find a new GM. You know what? We should just fire Belichick and get rid of him. Or he should just retire. That's my pick on it. Fire him or retire, Bill. I think Kraft should fire him. Don't listen to the geeks that say, well, maybe we should find a new GM. That's the geeks talking. That's the announcers. We should hire a new GM. A new GM. That's the geeks. No. Fire him or he should retire. That's two things that should happen. But you think Kraft's going to do it? No. The only way it's going to happen with, you're going to listen to the geeks, and the geeks are right, they're going to hire a new GM. And that's the only way Bill's going to go. Bill will just quit. He'll walk out. Because he wants to make the decisions. He doesn't want anyone to take his spot. He doesn't want it. Oh, no. Not Belichick. No way. It's terrible. I don't see any hope for the Patriots this year, guys. No hope. But, live by the sword, die by the sword. We're not the dynasty anymore. Moving on, the channel. I said I wasn't gonna do wrestling. But you know what? I talked to Jason, and I decided with Jason, and he decided with me, that I only do big events. So I'm gonna do War Games, the Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania. Only the big events. I might do Crown Jewel, so I'm still going to review wrestling, but only big events for WWE. That's it. You can still watch JD do, Raw and SmackDown and all that, and I might do AEW Full Gear. I will still do WWE. I will still do wrestling for you guys, and Special Olympics, but I'm only doing big events, like War Games. I'll do for you. I might do WrestleMania. I'm going to do WrestleMania, night 1, and I'll do night 2 with Jason and Ashley. So I'm going to do that for you. Ashley has to be a part of it, because Jason will not do it without Ashley. So I'm going to do night 1 and night 2. And also, I thought, since this channel's really good, I am still going to go live. I do Pokemon cards on this channel, like JD does. He collects Pokemon cards. And I want to get back into that because I sold my cards years ago. I had Pokemon cards years ago. If you really think about it, that was one of my hobbies. I used to collect Pokemon cards. We used to have a movie theater down here years ago. And I really liked doing that. I had the Gold Mew, JD. I had the Gold Mew. I had 2 of them. And what did I stupidly do? JD's going to laugh when he hears this. I gave my Gold Mew to my cousin, Kevin. Both of them. I had the Gold Mew. I had 2 of them. I had one because the movie theater had the movie down here. They had the movie, the Pokemon movie. I was young back then. I was only a little guy. And I wanted to see it. So I went to see it with my cousin, Kevin. He was a little guy back then, so I was still a teenager. So I went to see it with him because I loved Pokemon cards when I was younger. And I want to get back into it. So I got 2 cards. You get the bird cards and the 3 cards. So they would collect. It was a bird movie. I forget what the birds were. It was they had 3 birds in the movie, but you got the Gold Mew, and I had it, and it was a holographic Gold Mew card. It was awesome. It was all gold. It had the Mew on it. It looked awesome. It was holographic. It was awesome. That's the one JD's looking for. I loved it. I had it. And I went to see the movie twice. And I got 2 of them. And what did I stupidly do? I gave it to him. I gave him my binder. With the 2 holographic Gold Mews. I regret it. I regret it to this very day. I should have never done that. Stupid. That would have been worth something. I'll tell you. That would have been worth something. I had 2 Gold Mews. JD would probably say I'm the stupidest idiot alive. He'd probably call me a geek. He would. He really would. Alright, guys, I'm going to go now. Thank you for watching. I hope this uploads. Like, subscribe, favorite, and don't forget, put Jesus first. Bye for now. Hope this uploads.